Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. At the end of the last video, I ended up dying to a bandito that I myself placed on the map, which was very sad and embarrassing. However, I picked up enough gold from wandering around that I can actually unlock another one of these things. I'm not going to think about this much. I think I'm going to do the curio shop last because I really hate the troll femur and never take it. The other three items are fine though. So let's actually go and try to exact vengeance. I wish I could say that I died to the final boss on this, but I didn't. I died to just a run-of-the-mill bandito. The bandito has very little health, but he has really good cards. Tragically, I cannot put this other gold pouch. I definitely don't want to fight a Null at level 2. So we'll just pick up a gold coin here. Okay. We got a good start here. Let's fight a goblin. Keep it thematic, I suppose. I could have put another enemy here and fought 2 level 1 enemies. I don't see any point in doing that. If I don't get a good tile and monster, I can just wander around in this area till I do. So that talisman I have is nice. It gives me an extra health. Luckily, though, I got this blocking card against his anger, so I get a 3 health start advantage, which is nice. That was probably a mistake. I left myself with block cards, so if he didn't play anything that was blockable, then I wouldn't be able to do anything. He did play Headbutt, though, which means the battle's over. Okay, we got Straight Jacket health. This doesn't really add enough damage. This adds a bunch of blocking. Let's take the health, I guess. In the absence of more damage, I'll take some health. I didn't get any good cards again. I guess I could actually potentially like walk all the way around, so we'll do this. Now this is you know, a little bit greedy. I don't know that I necessarily want to be playing against a rat man right now, but I suppose like it's the safe way to do this would have been to fight level 1 monsters till I got some more loot, because all I got was that 1 health. So I could have definitely put myself into a slightly better position, but we'll take a chance. I do have an extra health from the talisman, which is nice. And it looks like with this massive health advantage, I should be fine. We even get a block for this head blow, which was guaranteed because I actually went through my whole deck. And with Headbutt, he's definitely going to kill himself no matter what I do. Okay, that worked out nicely. Okay, we got Tattered Mail, which is not what I want to do. It gives me an extra blocking card, but extra stupidity. This is what I want. So crossbow's nice, gives some blocking and speed, but what I really want is some more damage right now. And now I think I'm okay with damage, because that gave me 2 high damage cards, so I'm okay with picking up some utility from this point on. Okay, so there's my banditos. I don't really want to fight one. Do I? I'm level 3. Alright, it's the bandito rematch. And you know what? If I die, then I die. We'll start over. It's not the end of the world. But I feel like I can beat a bandito. I feel like I can, because he's got so little health. For level 3, just 7, that it's worth trying. Alright, so this is great. This deals 2 damage and it's unblockable. Dice, my new card, deals an extra damage versus unblockable stuff. So I started with 1 more health than him, and I got another health ahead. Okay, this is great. So I block the head blow, and I deal a damage from being spiky and an extra damage from the actual card. So making it look easy here, we're going to do this. This, by the way, is an insanely good card. As long as he doesn't draw another triple damage, I should be fine. And yes, there we go for the kill. Okay, I have been avenged. And now, unless I play really, really, really badly, I should be okay. Because I'm level 4. Like, I can't, it literally isn't even possible for me to level up beyond this. So, I didn't put a monster down because I don't really see the point of putting one down. However, if my hero looks like he's about to go into this fountain, then I will try to put a monster to make him go up here. So Gnolls are a tough enemy. Here, though, being level 4 with all this health, and, you know, that's not even talking about the good cards I have, I pretty much don't even have to really think about this fight. It should be a pretty easy win. Okay, this is definitely not what I want. This is interesting. The instantly turn your health into 6. I'd rather keep the damage, though. I definitely don't want to do that. So let's just take some gold. So I take a diamond here. Okay, yes. This bruiser's smart. He's going to avoid the bad fountain. So I'm not going to put a monster down because I don't need any more power to fight this ogre. If I lose against the ogre, I'm either horrifically unlucky or horrifically bad at this game. So, we'll just fight the ogre. My girlfriend just got back from work. Hi, Psyche.
Hi.
Oh, what's that you got there?
I bought these fancy gelato ice cream sandwiches.
Oh my gosh!
You want one?
I would love to have one. You can have this one. I'll take one later on. That's beautiful. All right, so we got lucky here, having this blocking card to stop the head blow and deal 2 damage. I think honestly, like the presence of this card in the Bruiser starting deck and the spiky ability, like single-handedly is what makes the Bruiser so good. Everyone I've seen who does the Let's Plays, they really like stick to the Bruiser because there's a lot of level 1 monsters that have these 1 damage cards, and this gives you a huge 2-heart advantage. So here I could block this with my big block. This guy is the boss of the level. Now if you knew his deck, you might know that there's nothing this is good for, but since I don't know that, let's just do Restore. We deal a damage to each other, but then I heal for 2 and I actually overheal, so it seems worth it to just do that. I now have the advantage, so I should be fine. Okay, well, swipe is a little bit too much for this thing to block. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to block this anger. He deals damage to himself, and I deal 1 damage to him for being spiky. Then we're going to use this unblockable damage, which is quite significant here. Now he gets 2 hearts ahead of me, so my advantage has been reduced. However, I win now because, nope, I don't win. It's going to be close. Ooh, it's going to be close. Jeez. I might actually lose this. He's going to go down to 1 health, but I'm at 2 and he just played this. Oh, what a top deck. So this is a very important card that I ended up having here. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to deal 1 damage to him. It's magic. It doesn't get blocked. He's going to deal 2 damage to me, but I'm going to heal, and it all happens simultaneously, so I'm left with 1 heart, and I survive. That was actually really close. I mean, if I hadn't gotten that card, I would have lost. So I guess either they just designed it so that you have to get lucky to win that one, or I picked the wrong cards, or I should have fought some extra battles and like really like, you know, overloaded myself with good stuff. Okay, so the question is, do I want this final thing? I could just like not get it, but I feel like these are pretty good cards. I'll just build this and, you know, not ever take the troll femur. So we'll just put this here. Okay, now here I could expand the guild some more. I do have money left over, but there's nothing else to get. I've got the talisman that I want. I guess the only thing I'd want is I do need to unlock another tier 1 thing to get the barbarian. So I guess I could get the cat burglar and just play a mission with the cat burglar. Sure, let's do it. I don't like the cat burglar very much, if I'm being totally honest, but since I have to spend that 50 gold anyway before I get the next thing that I wanted, I really might as well just, you know, show this burglar off. There's a new area here. Do I want to do level 1 of this? Defeat a skeleton? I think I could probably do that. Okay. So let's go ahead and hop in here. So all we have to do is defeat a skeleton, which means even if you get a skeleton in your hand, like you could place that one down and defeat him. Now, there's this skeleton here. There's no reason to go through either of these fountains, though, to try to kill that skeleton, because I'm just going to wait until I get a skeleton in my hand, put it down, and kill it. Oh yeah, after this fight, I'll show you what the cat burglar's deck is. So the cat burglar is covetous, meaning that whenever he, at least as far as I understand it, whenever he levels up, he gets an extra choice of loot. I think that's what that means. I don't know. So he's got some good cards. He's got 2 damage. Obviously, that's very nice to have. He's got a speed card. He's got some unblockables. Catnip's pretty junky. So this makes it so that the next attack that you deal, physical attack, deals an extra damage. So it's kind of like 1 delayed damage. Now this is good for, you know, finishing off an opponent. Or like, for example, let's say you're fighting a brittle opponent, you can sort of build up an attack to try to deal 4 damage all at once. But it's pretty junky. It's just dealing 1 damage, which isn't that great, and it's delayed, which makes it even worse. Okay, yeah, so you see he has 4 things to choose from, so you're a bit more likely to get some good stuff. Okay, now the cat burglar's priorities are a bit different than the bruiser's. Let me show you his starting cards. He's already got 2 cards that deal a bonus damage. So his priorities are to get some defense, because he currently has none, and you really need some. Troll Femur does give some good cards. Those are great cards. Maybe I should just take it. I don't know. Let's see. This is damage with no defense, so that's not really good. This is defense, with stupidity. I don't like that. And this is damage but no defense. So I could just take some stupidity. Yeah, this guy does repel. Okay, I'm gonna take that wooden stool and go for that. Okay, so no skeleton here. I guess we'll fight a nasty rat with a coin. I mean, if I have to, I will go down here and kill the skeleton there. I guess if the game just never gives me another skeleton. I don't know how they programmed this. Maybe they programmed it so that the skeleton only appears in your opening hand and never appears again. I mean, I'm just totally speculating. I really have no idea. We'll use this because I might as well use it at some point. Throw cat. He's a literal cat burglar. Okay. So that dealt 3 damage. Oh, shoot, this isn't blockable. I was not paying attention. But now I will actually scratch it and kill it before it gets to attack me. Not that it matters with my 4 health, but there it is. Okay. So this is unfortunate because 3 of these are offhands and I've already got good offhands. This would make me lose my bash and my stupidity, but I would keep the repel. I think I'd rather keep the bash. I don't want to trade damage for defense, so I guess we'll take that for some card advantage and some healing. So am I going to get a skeleton? I am. So yeah, let's just fight the skeleton. I mean, again, I could just pass the turn, keep wandering around until I get some more level 1 monsters, outfit myself with a full body full of gear, but we'll play it a little fast and loose here. This is not optimal play. It's just play when you're confident. Now, the skeleton's a tough monster. He's got some good cards. And additionally, the skeleton, it's hard at early levels to deal 4 damage in 1 turn. So it's kind of hard to do this. Now, if the skeleton has, like, anger going on and I buff it up with catnip, maybe I could do 4 damage at once. So, let's see here. This is only going to be 3 damage. I don't want to play bash in case he does play something later on that I can block. I might need the advantage. So right now he's at 4 versus my 3. Ooh, that's not good. So we're going to repel this to stop the damage. I hope he doesn't have many more good cards like that. Another drain. Well, I don't have any magic resist, so we're dealing 1 damage to each other here. And I could very easily lose this. Okay, bash gives me what I needed. So this gives me a 2 heart advantage. No, sorry, a 1 heart advantage. Okay, we win barely with Rekindle. So he's going to deal 2 damage to me, killing me, but Rekindle will save me, and then he'll deal 1 damage to himself, and I will deal 1 damage to him, killing him. So that was close. It's close, but that's the Cat Burglar. I'm not a fan of this class. There's really nothing interesting going on. He's just got a bunch of offense and no defense. He gets some more loot. I don't really care. So, not a fan of that class, but, you know, it's fine. I think it's probably just as good as the Bruiser for, like, you know, finishing the early missions. Okay, so we got all the loot unlocked. We have everything in preparation for getting the Barbarian, except for the money. So we're going to be playing as the Bruiser for the next while here. Okay, so I think I'm actually going to hold off on this particular mission. If I remember correctly, this one's actually really difficult, where the Mimic Queen chases after you, and it's kind of hard to do. So I'm going to go for these other ones that have more steps to them, and hopefully that will actually give me enough money to unlock a Barbarian before I have to do this mission. See how that works out. So let's try this one. Loot all of Embro's treasure. By the way, if you accidentally pick the wrong adventurer for your mission, there is actually an abandoned quest button here that lets you quit. I don't know if that causes your adventurer to die or not. Let's take a look at this. So we got to collect all 3 of these large treasure chests. You know, when this happens, you should really take a look at what you're up against. Here we have a fire elemental that's level 3. I don't ever, as a bruiser, want to fight monsters that are a level higher than me. Now, that's going to change. But as a bruiser, it's going to change in the future with other classes, but as a bruiser, not so much. So we want to go to one of these 2s first. There's a ghost here, and then there's a zombie there. I don't know which one's easier, but let's do this. Let's do a spider. Because I have pretty much nothing but physical attacks, spiders are pretty easy. However, if you're playing as the apprentice, who has nothing but magical attacks, the spider is not so good. Because the spider's frail, so incoming physical attacks give an extra damage. If you don't have physical attacks, then it's just a 6 health level 1 enemy, which is, you know, kind of a problem. It's even got some good abilities, like, you know, relatively good for a level 1 monster, like, you know, Drain, which heals it. Anyway, I've had the perfect card in response to everything that the spider threw at me, so I only lost a hit point that whole battle. So we got, that's actually decent. This, not so much, and the hand axe is just better than the fork. So just to show you why, we got Blade 1, Crush 1, so that's why I get 2 cards. Here it's just Blade 1, that's why I get the Slice. Now Blade 1 is always going to give you Slice. So if you, in theory, memorize all those ranks and all those names, you can predict exactly what each sort of card is going to give you. Okay, here I think I'm going to keep it simple, keep it safe. I'm going to just connect those. And let's also actually start to connect that back down to this. Not the most efficient way of doing it, but I figure that's worth it to put those cards down while I've got them. I didn't want to put the level 1 enemies down because I don't want to fight any more level 1s. I don't actually know whether beating higher enemies gives you better loot. It seems to, but I don't actually know that. Right now I'm actually tied with the Ghost. The Ghost has played all these drains, and I don't have my magic block. Finally, magic block. Jesus. So I'm still actually in trouble versus this Ghost. We're on equal health. Okay, Slice gets me up, but if the Ghost has a double damage attack, I'm gonna be in trouble. Okay, luckily it's just 1 magic damage. I want to point something out. Okay, this is the moment I've been frickin' waiting for. If I didn't have the talisman that gives +1 health, I would actually lose this fight right now. But because I got that 1 extra health, I win. To be fair, if I had the talisman that deals 1 extra damage to your first physical attack, I would also have won this because the Ghost is at 1 health now. Keep in mind, Ghosts are tenacious. They can't be killed unless they're on 1 HP. But if I had dealt 1 extra damage to start with, I think it would have been fine. Anyway, we win. So here, I can get health and more blocking. I don't know if I want that. I think I'd prefer this. Sparkly headband? Oh, so what I get from the sparkly headband is the same as what I get from the robes, with the robes also giving me magic damage on a card. I think that's worth doing. One thing you have to keep in mind, you know, the more cards you add to your deck, the... Ooh, that's nice. Yes, this is nice. The more cards you add to your deck, the more diluted your deck becomes, so the less predictable it is. Like, when you're starting out, you can pretty much just know exactly that you're going to see all of your cards, whereas after some time passes, you know, that's not the case anymore. Okay, so let's go put the Bear Owl here. I prefer the Bear Owls over the Banditos. The Banditos have really been doing a number on me in this run, so let's just leave them alone. And head on over. I could have put an extra monster in here and fought 2 monsters to increase my odds of getting better loot, but I really should be fine. As long as I kill this Bear Owl, I become level 4, and then I should have no trouble killing this Fire Elemental. So Bear Owls have 7 health, so do I. My talisman has run out. This is kind of a crappy start. If I do this, he deals 1 damage to me. I deal no damage to him. If I do this, he deals 2 damage to me. I deal 1 damage to him. So either way, I fall behind by 1, which is a problem because he's going to have Fury soon. And that's going to be bad. Okay, so this is actually perfect. It puts him on 4 health, which is exactly what I want. And now I'm hoping I can do 2 damage. And Fire Blast arrives just in time. Otherwise, I would have had to Oi here. So that 1 extra card draw I got actually ended up being important. Now I have to be careful. Everything he does is +1 physical damage. Luckily, this is 2 blocks, so it will actually block this head blow. And now, as long as it doesn't deal 4 damage to me in one go, I win, and indeed that's what happens. A 3 damage attack would have still fallen to this counter that I just drew just in the nick of time, because it would have blocked enough damage that I would have survived. Not that that matters. Okay, so we made it to level 4. My items are decent. Alright, so I have a weapon and armors, which I already have. However, this looks pretty good. Slice is worse than Smite. I am sad to lose Bash, but Blinding Light's solid because I can heal up 2 and deal 1 damage to the opponent, assuming it blocks their whole thing. That's probably what I'm going to get. I can get a hit point here. I get some decent cards in exchange for other decent cards. This, I actually get 2 hit points and a block all. Now that's tempting. I think I'm just going to go for this. So it decreases the size of my deck, which makes my deck more predictable overall. I could fight a Bandito, but I'm actually pretty happy with my equipment, so I don't really want to risk it. I'm just going to... Oh, what? I'm going this way. Oh, crud. Okay, well... Sometimes these things just don't work the way you want them to. So anyway, there's a fountain here. I'll place it In case it's a good one, I'll have it for the final battle. If it's a bad one, I'll just ignore it. Or hopefully ignore it. God, if I move into this thing, that's going to be a pain in the ass. Okay, so fire elementals have the burn ability. Both fighters take 1 damage each turn. Both fighters takes 1 damage each turn. That's a bit of a typo there. But that's fine as long as you're the one with more health. The fire elementals aren't too bad. Now, do I brace against this? I doubt this is the best card they're going to have. So let's block 1 of the damage and deal 1. Luckily, this burn applies to both. If it applied to just one of us, that'd suck. Is this the worst thing he's going to throw at me? I don't think so. Let's just exchange damage. Exchanging damage is fine as long as you have the health lead. Flare? Well, that's nothing. So I win. I just deal a damage and then he burns to death. So I pretty much won that through pure health advantage. I think if I hadn't had the health advantage, I still could have been okay. I don't find an offhand item. I could get 3 gold with that. I could do this, which is just a downgrade. And this is... I'm not a fan of that either. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just take some gold. This way, if he does go towards the fountain, I can try to rearrange him. Still no offhand. That's a downgrade. That's just 2 gold. And that's a downgrade. It's not a technical downgrade, but I think I'd rather have the block. You know, honestly, it doesn't really even matter that much, because what we have to do is fight a level 2 enemy. I feel like I should be okay here. Let's put a massive gem there. And sure, let's take the extra turn to get that too. So, on these missions that don't have a time limit, it's kind of a little bit too relaxed for my liking. I do sort of wish there was a bit more pressure. That said, like, the more pressure generally to, you know, play your cards intelligently and, like, be forced to make use of what you got. At the same time, there's enough missions that have a lot of pressure built in because of the parameters of the mission that I don't really mind, that some of them you can just kind of dick around and do whatever you want. Alright, so I could have, you know, try to get that extra gem, but again, the gold you make from those gems is pretty inconsequential compared to what you make for beating missions. So this is a pretty easy fight, or it should be. We'll see. The zombie has decay, so if I can deal 2 damage in 1 turn, he'll take an extra damage. So even though we both have a similar amount of health, I think I actually have 1 more health than he does, the decay is going to kick in. Okay. Well, this is actually starting out a little bit bad. He's got the health advantage, and I cannot find any of my magic block to save my life. There's anger. So this is actually a huge swing. That's going to do like, what, 4 damage to him? Yeah. Alright, pain is not significant. And yeah, just like that. It's well, 1 turn was all it took. He should actually die here. It's a spikiness in his own headbutts. Okay, so the only thing that matters here is if something matches what I already have, I get instant gold for it, because I'm not going to get to walk around anymore. And again here, oh no, I don't actually, I forgot, I don't actually get to look at that chest. Alright, so gold right now doesn't really matter until I get up to 500 and can unlock the Barbarian. The next target after that is the next level of the Idol of Helade. Now it's interesting, I could unlock one of these classes and do some missions with them, because I'm going to have to do a tier 1 upgrade anyway to get the Idol of Helade. Of course, that 50 gold I pay is going to make me have to play 1 extra mission before I get the Barbarian. No, let's just wait. Alright, let's do 1 more mission, and that'll be it for this. We'll try to finish off this final thing. So here we have to defeat Umbro. So when you have to defeat a big boss, either the boss just sits there in place, or the boss chases you, or the boss does what we see here, which is he'll attack you in 12 turns. So Umbro is somewhere up here, and you can go up and fight him, but if you don't get there in 12 turns, he's just going to jump down to wherever you are and kill you. 12 turns is, not kill you, fight you. 12 turns is plenty of time, though, to build up your tolerance. Now, ideally, you grab this chest for an extra chance at a good item, and this fountain, which gives the monster predictable. That makes it so that the monster fights with the next card of their deck face up, which is a qualitative rather than a quantitative advantage, but it can make a pretty big difference. So if you do the counting, we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 turns to get both of these things, and then fight Umbro. So, you know, you have to get pretty perfect draws with your tiles, but might as well try it. I don't, again, want to fight level 2 enemies as level 1 while a bruiser. Maybe some of the other level 1 classes can actually handle it, but I doubt it. I've played all of them, and I don't think any of them can. So it's just not really worth trying, even with the extra health. Okay, we start off with the Get Out of Here card, which is the best one I could have hoped for against Neurotoxin. Deals a lot of damage because this thing is frail. Now, Claw I really don't care about. I could block it, I suppose, but let's just deal 2 damage to this thing. And we'll block it to stop it from gaining health and Spiky the final damage. Okay, that's not really worth it. Twig is just worse than the Hand Axe. I definitely want that Slice in my deck, because as I said before, the Bruiser mainly lacks sources of damage. This is unfortunate because none of these things actually help me get to either of the targets. Now, that might not matter because I wasn't going to get over to those places anyway. Also bad is the fact that I did not get a level 2 enemy in my hand, so I cannot level up right now. There's not that much pressure for that. I do have a bunch of turns to make it work. Okay, once again I get a lucky flip and I get one of these cards, although I do have 2 in the deck now, so that's pretty good. I don't get my magic block. We'll just use the Slice to deal some damage. And yeah, as long as I can do anything to the spider, it dies. Spider's very, very good enemy if you're playing a physical class, so the Bruiser or the Cat Burglar, or even the Chump, although I don't know why you're still playing the Chump at this point. So +1 health, card that I'm not that excited about, and then some more damage and card draw. Let's grab the damage and card draw, although that might be a mistake. I'm hoping I can get a better than just a health thing later. Ugh, this is terrible. So again, I can't get over here. If I place the corridor here, I don't get over far enough, and I don't have anything that would let me connect across this way. So it looks like I'm not going to be able to do both of these things. I therefore have to decide which one I want, the fountain or the chest. I think the chest is better, so what I'm going to do is hold out for the chest. Unfortunately, I have to go back down because I have nothing that helps me get over. All I need is anything that would let me go across. Note that you cannot put corridors to these things. You have to go off of the building that you started with. And another spider is going to give me another item. And I will be able to go past this space and into the new space next turn, assuming there is a new space, because you can move 2 spaces a turn as long as you're not moving through fog. Okay, there's our spook. So it's a good time, I think, to do Mind Strike and go up a card. Neurotoxin is fine, so I'm going to deal 3 damage here. And that's pretty much the fight. So the spider is not going to die because of its frailty. It actually takes an extra damage and does not heal itself back up. Troll Femur is one of those weird cards. It gives you a lot of cards, but that stupidity doesn't seem worth it. A blocker, and then that doesn't actually do anything. Okay, I guess we're taking the blocker. I could have taken gold, but I'd rather have something than just money. Alright, finally we get to fight a zombie. And here at long friggin' last, we make it across. Oh, I screwed up. I should have put the zombie right there. Whoops. Oh, that was actually kind of a big mistake. Could I have made it? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could have actually done both of those things still if I had placed the zombie correctly. As it is, let's see. What is this? I'm going to be here. Then it'll say attacks in 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I can actually still make it. I think. Well, we'll see. So here's the decay. It takes extra damage because it took at least 2 damage. It takes a bunch of damage there from the decay and the self-damage and my spikiness. And that was a pretty easy level 2 versus level 2 fight. So the zombie was a good flip. It really should have been in that room though, so that was a mistake. Okay, do I want to give up healing and blocking for damage? I think here's where I don't want to. But this just gives me a straight up damage card, so I think that's what I want to do. Notice I didn't lose any cards from that because the sparkly headband had all the same skills as the thing I was wearing before. Okay, so I'm level 3. I do want to fight a level 3 card. I think the fire elementals are typically a little bit easier than the banditos. Do I want to fight a bandito after that? Well, then I'll be level 4 or dead. So yes, I sure will. Do I want to fight a bandito after that? I mean, that's a lot of looting at that point. Sure. Let's make sure we can kill Embro. I don't remember how good or weak he is, so I should probably play it safe. But if you know what the boss has, then you can, you know, plan accordingly and go safe or not. Now here, unlike the last time I fought a fire elemental, I don't actually start with a health advantage, so I have to get a little bit lucky. Luckily I do. I block and deal a spiky damage. I don't have a block this time. It's 5 to 5, so I need to get a health advantage at some point. It's not going to happen here because this is unblockable, so I can't use Holy Seal. So we're staying equal. I need him to play something I can block with that Holy Seal, or else actually I end up losing. Oh my god, that was lucky. Okay, so if I were to play this, we'd both die. But because I can play this, I block it, heal for 1, and then he dies before burning can happen thanks to my spikiness. But even if there had been burning, I would have lived. Alright, so I can get focus, which isn't that great. Although the smite is better than flame lash. This, oh my god, I get ignite. Oh yeah. See, so I have, this actually gives fire 2. This is one of my favorite, I think, of the basic items. It's +1 health and fire 2, and then if you can get any other fire card, you get ignite. So ignite deals 1 damage and then continues dealing 1 damage per turn for the entire rest of the battle. Okay, I could lay a bear owl here so that I fight it on my way back, but honestly, I don't really need to. Let's play the room, so I do still need to get 2, you know, appropriate cards to connect into this thing. Either up and then over, or up and then over that way. But I don't need to fight any extra monsters. I'm level 4, I got Ignite, I got some really good cards. I feel like I'm fine. So the Bandito just has 7 HP and an irrelevant ability, but he has a lot of really good cards. So let's actually block it. I got Ignite in my opening hand, which is good. Obviously, the later in the battle you get Ignite, the less significant it is. But here, I should have enough health that I can survive against the Bandito with him burning every round. In fact, this battle has just ended. So it's kind of funny that these guys gave me so much trouble before, but I have really good items and I'm a level over this time. I have a feeling that I am not going to find anything. Oh, I can get an extra slam? Sure. I think that's worth having an extra one of those in the deck. Okay, so we're going to fight another Bandito. Hopefully this one goes as easily as the previous. We got away into the fountain. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if I'm counting this correctly, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. I'm gonna end up here. I'm gonna actually be a move short. Yep. So that mistake I made with putting the zombie here instead of here will stop me from having the fountain in the final fight. Now that probably shouldn't matter. The predictability isn't the best of the positive fountains. There's some that like give you extra blocking or extra healing, extra damage. This was actually a tough start here. He just dealt a lot of damage to me. I have enough of a health advantage, but it is dwindling. Okay, there's what I needed. Luckily, the Bandito's cards aren't all spectacular, and Oi will finish him off. Actually, he was in a dead end, which caused him to have 1 less health, which was actually significant. Okay, so I can replace all these cards with better cards. That actually is worth it. Let's see what this is. I lose Ignite. Nope. I lose Ignite. No thanks. So we're going to take this Winged Staff. I think it's 3 for 3, but I think these are better. Can I get a body card? That would be nice. Nope, not a chance. I can get 3 gold, lose Ignite, or the thing I think I just undid. So yeah, we'll just take 3 gold and instantly. And yeah, I'm not concerned anymore about fighting enemies. I feel perfectly happy with my stuff. I could have gotten a body item, obviously. Oh, I shouldn't have put this here. I should have put this here. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I could have made it there if I hadn't put the diamond there. Oh, how did I miscount that? Righto. Okay, well, now I'm definitely not going to get the fountain. Hopefully that's not going to make the difference. Since I can't make it to the fountain anyway, I'm just going to end the turns. I don't think anything bad happens if you keep discarding your whole hand. And if you were really, really concerned about optimization, yep, could have made it if I either had put the zombie or the diamond in the right place. I could have. You should have made sure to, you know, really get over here, and you should have also fought some extra monsters to try to get more loot. Okay, so anyway, we're fighting Umbro. What else we got here? He's skilled. That means he doesn't have any level 1 or 2 cards, so all of his cards are pretty good. He has more health than me. Okay. Let's see if I can get an advantage somewhere here. This doesn't quite block it. I think it's actually worth playing the Blinding Light. That actually gives me an extra health. Now that was kind of complicated. So I blocked 2 attacks, I took 1 damage, then I healed 2 for the 2 attacks that I blocked. So that's why I ended up getting ahead, even though he played a pretty beefy card to attack me with. Okay, this is a simple one. So we're just going to block this parry and then deal a damage to him from being spiky. Headbutt. I think I'll just do Oi here. We come out equal on this, and now that I'm up on health, I don't mind coming out equal. Let's smite. We again come out equal, which again is fine. That is a nasty card, but it doesn't kill me. And what doesn't kill me allows me to kill my opponent. Alright. 146 gold. That's not quite enough. So I think when I do the next, if I can successfully complete this next series, then I should have enough. Oh, there's a new place that opened. Okay, maybe I could, in the next video, unlock one of these other classes and play the first round of the next dungeon with them to show them. So I didn't really have that as a goal. I want to just play through optimally, but since I'm going to have to buy another tier 1 upgrade in the magic place anyway to get the permanent +1 health eventually, I don't mind being 50 gold behind and unlocking this a mission or 2 later. I think in the interest of video entertainment, that's worth it. Alright, well thanks for watching everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.